Peace Collective. What is going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank y'all times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. However, we're going to get into another deep dive today. As you can tell by the title, we're going to look more into the energy between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Okay, if you guys are interested in readings that look more into pop culture, celebrities, music, entertainment, I've got an entire playlist already curated. It's called the Deep Dive series. That's where you can find more readings just like this one. Over in that playlist, I offer love readings. I also offer personal readings. If you guys are interested in personals, definitely feel free to let me know, hit me up. All that information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. Just as a quick disclaimer, this is not a personal reading. We do not know these people on a personal level. Okay, so please just take what I say with a grain of salt. Everything is allegedly until proven otherwise and for entertainment purposes only. Okay, if you guys are going to get in the comments, please feel free. I love interacting with you guys, but all I ask that you keep it cute and keep it respectful with me and other people that are commenting on the video. Okay, there's no need to get mean or get nasty. Okay, this is not the page for that. This is not a fan channel or anything like that. Okay, I do not have a dog in this fight. I'm literally just reading cards. All right, but yeah, if you guys want to get in the comments, please just keep it respectful, keep it cute. I love interacting with you guys. Leave a like on the video. It's absolutely free. Subscribe. We'd love to have you guys here, part of the family. Okay, but I will say this, I feel like this Cardi B Nicki Minaj reading, I'm very, very late to the party when it comes to reading the energy between the two of them, because as you guys know, these two have kind of been at odds. Their fan bases, okay, the Barb's, Barty gang, have been at odds, it seems, ever since Cardi got on the scene, essentially. So I believe Cardi had a problem with Nicki initially because of the whole motorsport remix. She didn't like how Nicki's verse kind of alluded to, you know, Nicki being the coach and Nicki and Cardi kind of being the quote unquote the quarterback, right? I think there was something to do with that. And that song came out years ago. Again, when Cardi first kind of came out on a more popular commercial type of way. There was also that whole thing with them having an altercation, or almost an altercation at I want to say it was like New York Fashion Week, at a party. I think it was like a Harper's Bazaar party. Cardi felt like Nicki was liking posts about Cardi's kid or something like that, and it turned out to not even be true. So it seems to be like stuff like that, and I do feel like it's a lot of fueled energy from the fan bases that's keeping these two at odds. But of course, we don't know these people personally, so we're just going to tap in and get a more spiritual aspect and see what's going on between these two. Okay, like what is really the problem for real? You know, do these two really even have a problem? You know, because I feel like this is just a very, very long time coming between these two. But what happened recently, okay, if you guys are in the world of Twitter, right? What happened recently was, I believe there were, well, first of all, let me go back. Cardi B was at that rally and she spoke for Kamala Harris, right? Wasn't the greatest speech, okay? It was a little, it was a little cringy. It was a little hard to watch. You know, Cardi B is not necessarily the most astute when it comes to her vocabulary or her diction, if you will. Okay, I didn't say she's not smart. I didn't call her stupid, nothing like that. I'm not gonna sit here and do that and, you know, call her out of her name. But it's very obvious that, you know, her diction and her enunciation of words is not really that great, at least, especially not to be on TV in front of millions of people at a presidential rally. But anyway, it kind of stemmed from that. Nicki is always on Twitter and on her station head. She posted a little GIF, a meme or whatever. People assumed that she was laughing at Cardi. I think a day or two later, Cardi posted something about her kids being so smart, and it just went downhill from there. She was on her spaces ranting again. She seems to be very good for that, getting on spaces or Instagram live ranting. Okay, and it seems, and she basically called Nicki, quote unquote, old and washed, and that she doesn't, quote unquote, follow or pay attention to, quote unquote, these bitches, right? Okay. So we're gonna just get into this. I'm not gonna tap around the energy regarding that specifically. I just want to know what's going on between these two, or how they really feel about one another outside of the Twitter space, outside of Barb's and Barty gang. Okay. But anyway, enough talking. I got a Queen of Swords here. This is gonna represent Cardi B, being that she's a Libra. Then I have a Queen of Wands. This is going to represent Nicki, being that Nicki is a Sagittarius. So we're going to start with Nicki's portion first. We'll start with a few oracle cards, then we'll dive into the tarot to clarify a little bit later. Okay, again, if you guys resonate with anything here, you like the style of reading, you like the vibes here on the channel, definitely leave a like on the video. It's absolutely free. Okay, and when I'm pulling cards, this is going to be how Nicki feels just in general when it comes to Cardi B. Okay, and then when I pull cards on Cardi, it's just going to be her perspective, or how she feels just overall in regards to Nicki. Okay, so we'll start with Nicki first. Here, please give some clear and concise messages when it comes to Nicki and her feelings in regards to Cardi B, please. How does she feel in regards to Cardi B? Ooh. Okay, I've got healing heart, and I also have heart with a key. Okay, so this healing heart card, it says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Okay, looks like there's a girl sewing her heart back together as if it was broken into pieces. Okay, then you have this heart with a key card. It says welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. Okay, I'm gonna get one more on these. Why is this here? Oops. Seduction. Oh wow. Okay. Seduction. It says attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, and third-party interference. Okay. With that third-party interference, I immediately already picked up. I was hearing like the record label, the labels. Okay, the people in the suits, the people behind the scenes that you wouldn't necessarily see on the forefront. So maybe Nicki feels like, you know, there's a third-party interference, or people getting in Cardi's ear, maybe about her. Okay. And this heart with the key card, it says welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart. If she feels that way about her, I feel like maybe at one point, like Nicki could have tried to embrace her, or the other way around. Maybe Cardi tried to embrace her, but I'm reading Nicki's energy and how she feels. So I feel like maybe, again, at one point she did try to embrace her, or maybe even kind of give her, with this key and a lock, like some keys to the game is what I'm hearing. Like keys to the game. But again, with this third party interference, it's as if Nicki feels as though, or has observed possibly, or heard about people getting in Cardi's ear. Again, this is way back early on, okay? Because I don't, obviously, if they didn't know each other, they couldn't have had a problem with one another, right? Until things started to unfold. So I do feel like Nicki, you know, maybe tried to, again, kind of give her keys to the game, or, you know, give her some advice. But when you've got label heads in your ear telling you, you know, listen, don't rock with them, you know, don't go to that team, oh, you know, that's your competition, don't be friendly with them. It may have gotten into Cardi's head, or someone got into her ear, I should say people, because it's not just one person, multiple people may have gotten into Cardi's ear about not dealing with her, or not messing with Nicki for real. Allegedly, okay? And this healing heart, she could feel like Cardi is like a broken spirit, as what I'm hearing. Or like just a really, you know, hurt, sad person. Sometimes I get the same energy from Nicki, like, being that she's dealt with so much in the industry. You know, she took a 5-year hiatus and everything. I feel like I get the same energy from her sometimes, like still needing to heal from like certain traumas or certain experiences that maybe have hardened her heart or hardened her spirit a little bit, which can kind of lead to the feeling that people get about her being quote unquote a mean girl, you know, or not a girl's girl. But I really do feel like I get this every time I pick up on Nicki's energy. It's like she really be trying to give like little gems to these girls, you know, to try to help them in one way, shape, or form. Okay, but you have healing heart. She could be viewing Cardi as someone who's really going through it right now, and basically I'm hearing could use a hug or could use some genuine real love. Okay, it says healing from heartbreak. We know Cardi is kind of going through a divorce right now, allegedly. Okay, I feel like they've brought up the divorce thing 2 or 3 different times and it's never happened, but I think this time is for real with Cardi and Offset, you know. Yeah, she'd be viewing her as somebody who's releasing a toxic relationship, just the way everybody else is viewing her, because it's literally unfolding before our eyes, right? Publicly. But let's hop over to Cardi real quick. I'm gonna get a couple of the same cards for Cardi and see how she feels just in general when it comes to Nicki. And how does Cardi B feel when it comes to Nicki Minaj, please? What are her feelings in regards to Nicki? Oops. Mask. Okay, you have the Mask card here. Okay, one's happy, one's sad. It says not showing their true feelings. Hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. Okay, and then you have this card that says I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting and want to date. So again, this is how she feels about Nicki just overall, okay? We know, I think it's very well known that Cardi B was a Nicki Minaj fan at one point, obviously before she got too heavily involved in the music industry, okay? We've seen videos of Cardi B singing along to Nicki Minaj lyrics. I believe she dressed up as her or something one time for Halloween years ago. Years ago. But this is giving me like, yeah, Cardi did have some type of admiration for her. But with this Mask card, okay, she could feel like Nicki maybe either is like a little fake, or maybe she feels like Nicki doesn't show her true feelings. It's giving me like they haven't spoken in a long time. So it's almost, I get like a feeling of confusion too with Cardi. Like maybe she's not really sure how Nicki genuinely feels about her, because we imagine with the mask, right? If someone has a mask on, you don't really know how they feel or how they look underneath the mask until they take it off. So it's almost as if like Cardi is like hoping that, or I should say at one point hoped that Nicki would like her, but then it's like she's not sure. You know, even to this day, it's like I don't know how she really feels about me, because Cardi understands like a lot of internet fodder is really kind of just speculation and assumption, and it gets fueled by the Barbs and Barty Gang, and they create a lot of BS. When in hindsight, it could be, you know, Cardi wasn't even really thinking in that type of alignment, or Nicki wasn't really even thinking or posting in that type of alignment. Does that make sense, guys? It's like they may post or say something and then their fan bases take it out of proportion. So this is Cardi acknowledging that, you know. So she's like, I'm not sure if you really like me, or is it just your fans that don't like me? You know, maybe she feels as though like again, it just kind of gives me like confusion. Like Cardi's not really sure for real how Nicki feels, but how would she know for real how she feels if they don't talk? You know what I'm saying? Or they don't operate in the same camps. So she would never really know how Nicki feels for real until Nicki were to tell her. You know, she can assume and guess all day long, but essentially she just feels like, okay, like you act one way, but I think you're fake. Okay, why is this here? Again, this is not how I feel. I'm just picking up on energy between these two. Okay, Coffin. Okay, it says endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. That's interesting. Why would she feel that way about her? Why is this here? I'm gonna get one more for this. Oh, okay, maybe that's just like the end of the relationship or the end of them working together ever again. Yeah, Cupid's arrow. It says, have faith, love is coming. Surprise, invitation, or meeting and hesitation. I'm not really sure how motorsport came to be. Like, if the Migos asked Nicki to be on it first, or if they asked Cardi to be on it first. I'm not sure how that went, but it's a surprise meeting or invitation. Maybe Cardi wasn't necessarily expecting to meet Nicki or even be in the same space as her. Okay, and I get a little bit of hesitation, like, again, uncertainty, not being fully sure, but it just seems like a complete end to the working relationship with this coffin card. You know, this is giving me Cardi doesn't want to work with her because, again, she's not sure how Nicki really feels about her. It's almost as if Cardi kind of gets confused, like, okay, this is her genuine feelings, or this is just the Barbs doing this, you know, or feeling this way about me. Just because the Barbs feel one way doesn't mean Nicki herself actually feels a particular way. But at the same time, I think it's pretty obvious that, you know, Nicki is not Cardi's fan or the biggest fan of hers at all, right? I believe they both have each other blocked on social media as well. Okay, but I'm gonna hop back over to Nicki's side really quick and get a couple of these oracle cards, and then we'll switch to Cardi in a minute. Okay, how does Nicki feel in general when it comes to Cardi B, please? How does she feel when it comes to Cardi B? What is this? Okay, memory. The number 20, it says remembrance, commemoration, and reunion. Okay, looks like a photo book. And you think of somebody that's a memory, that's like nostalgia, things of the past. Okay, then you have blessing here. 23. I just heard that song by Drake. I think it's Drake and Big Sean. I'm way up, I feel blessed. I don't know why I'm hearing that. But it says fulfillment, well-being, and enlightenment. You know, it's interesting because I feel like Nicki doesn't really wish the worst on anybody. It's like, even though she may be like a little mean sometimes, or, you know, be a little cold when it comes to her heart space, when it comes to dealing with a lot of these girls, I don't think she ever wishes bad or ill on anybody, you know? What did Kendrick Lamar say in that song, Euphoria? He said, everything with me is blessed, you know? Still wish that you see success. Everything with me is blessed. So it's like, you know, you can go on your route and have your success. I'm on my route with my success. You know, you do what you do. It just kind of I'm hearing the word indifferent. Like she feels a little indifferent about it, you know? At least at this point in time, because it's been years of them kind of just being at odds or whatever. So it's like, you know, I'm over it. Why is he here? Oops, why is this here? Gold. Okay, oh, wow, an endorsement. This endorsement card is like a bribe. Okay, there's a man, looks like he doesn't want to take money from the woman. It says persuasion and bribe and temptation. Huh. Then I have accident. Wow, I just heard like you fell in. Like when you fall into something, like you fall into a trap or you fall into some money, it kind of just happens. Yeah, okay, danger, caution, and injury. Yeah, okay, you know what this is giving me? It's like, again, mentioning back to what I said earlier, like Nicki tries to really kind of give gems and kind of like give some free game, again, like the keys to success, or give the keys to the game. And it's giving me like this guy, he's literally trying to like tell the woman, no, I don't want the money, no, I can't take that. It's almost as if Cardi was like ignoring the advice or didn't necessarily believe Nicki or something. Again, if they ever spoke, or I don't know if they ever spoke for real, like on a personal level, but if they ever did, it could have just been Nicki was trying to or wanted to give her some gems to the game, and it's like Cardi is just going to do her own thing. Like, I'm hearing the word hard-headed. You know? But with that, I was picking up like you fell into something. It's like you fell into some luck is what I'm kind of picking up here. With this accident, it's giving like maybe Nicki feels or she knows something behind the scenes about the labels. Okay, again, the people in the suits dealing with the money, right? Behind the scenes. Maybe she feels as though like these labels know they made a mistake signing Cardi B or keeping her around this long. I don't know. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's almost giving like it was an accident. Like you weren't meant to be in the position you're in. Even though, you know, I wish you all the best. More power to you. Congratulations. But You fell into this. It's like this wasn't supposed to be for you. I'm hearing like it's inauthentic, unauthentic, one of those words. Okay, something like that. But interesting. Okay, but I have goal here that fell out. It says purpose, expectation, and destination. Didn't I just say that? It's like you weren't supposed to be here. Like this wasn't supposed to be your purpose. You know, that's how Nicki could feel. Again, it doesn't make it true, because if it wasn't meant to be, then Cardi wouldn't be in the position she's in if it wasn't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I say that to say it just seems as though with this gold card, endorsement, it's like, you know, you shot for the stars, but it's like you weren't meant to be in this position. And just from her perspective, okay? Interesting. Oh, okay. Sorry if I pause for a minute, you guys. Like I'm literally channeling and I'm trying to decipher what else it is that I'm trying to pick up with this, but I can't help but feel that it's like this, you weren't meant to be here. Like, oh man, that's so funny. I'm hearing God doesn't bless no mess. Okay, let me hop over to Cardi real quick. Let me get the same deck with her and see how she feels. Cardi, how do you feel when it comes to Nicki Minaj, please? How do you feel in general when it comes to Nicki? Commitment. What is this? Evidence? Okay. This commitment card, it says binding. Like binding somebody to a contract. Okay, obstruction. And the card literally says contract. Okay, commitment. And then you have evidence here. It says detection, investigation, and proof. Oh, okay. Maybe she feels like Nicki is trying to make it hard for her, or was trying to make it hard for her in the beginning. Like her trying to, you said this guy's like trying to break through the ropes. I've picked up that energy before. Like some people feel like Nicki Minaj is a gatekeeper, which I get, I understand, but at the same time, I don't know how you can necessarily be a gatekeeper for an industry that doesn't want you in it anymore. Does that make sense, guys? It's like the industry has literally, or the radio have literally tried to blackball Nicki. Okay, they took away 100,000 of her album sales with the Pink Friday 2 in December last year. Okay, put things out there in the media about her and her husband. Okay, the situation with her husband from when he was a kid has nothing to do with Nicki, essentially. I get it, they're married now, but what was that, 20 years ago, 30 years ago? That has nothing to do with Nicki, you know? So it's like they try to use that against her. They put, it's like they sicked the industry female dogs on her. Okay, they tried it with Remy, then Cardi came around. So it's like I don't really get how Nicki could be a gatekeeper for the industry or female rap in general when they don't really want her part of the machine in general. Does that, I really hope that makes sense, you guys. But anyway, this is just Cardi's perspective. She could feel like Nicki is a gatekeeper or creates obstacles for her in the background, okay? Which is, I really just think Cardi kind of gets in her own way. She's like her own worst enemy is the vibe that I'm getting here. But it says detection, investigation, and proof. Why is that here? Maybe she feels like Nicki knows something. Either that, or it's giving me like I Spy with My Little Eye. Like Cardi could be the type to like try to keep tabs and see what Nicki is doing. And that could be something as simple as like fashion ideas or hair, maybe like music video concepts, anything like that. Okay, it could be anything, but it's giving, I'm hearing the word mood board. I'm literally seeing somebody like at a whiteboard point and pick out different things they like, you know, like a vision board, you know? It's kind of giving that, but anyway, just give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. My bad, guys. I'm back, but let's see. Let me get one more of these, please. Why is this here? Oops. What is this? conflict. Yeah, she still doesn't really like her. She still doesn't really like her. It's interesting. You have like a little bit more positive energy coming out from Nicki, and then it's like commitment. You've got conflict, just struggle, creating an argument, creating a fight. Okay, it says difference, disputation, and quarrel. Yeah, it's like she's had a problem with her. It's been a problem or a fight or just differences between these two since the beginning. This card says origin. Yeah, protest. Like these people are very angry and upset. It's giving like she's trying to give a problem. She's been a problem. I'm like a pain in my backside, a pain in my ass ever since I came up, since I started. Okay, and then I have apology that fell out as well. Okay, looks like there's a girl crying on this card. It says guilt, confession, and forgiveness. What's that about? Maybe she wants an apology from Nicki, or maybe she feels like if she feels this way about her, maybe she wants to apologize to Nicki, or she did at one point. Because again, remember the whole thing with Cardi, she thought that Nicki liked a post or was talking about her kid. At first, she only had culture at the time. So, and that wasn't true. So I don't know if Cardi just never apologized for taking her aggressions out on Nicki when it wasn't even true. Does that make sense, guys? Guilt, confession, and forgiveness. That's interesting. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. That conflict card, the two guys fighting. And remember, they had a fight, or Cardi kind of tried to like create an altercation at that Harper's Bazaar party back in like 2017, 2018, whenever that was. Maybe 2018, 2019, maybe 2018, yeah. But somebody will, I'm sure, will tell me in the comments what year it was. But it was like a fight. She literally like tried to throw a shoe at Nicki or whatever, or and Nicki's team. But it's giving like, damn, like I'm sorry because I'm sorry for that fight, or I'm sorry for creating conflict with you because it wasn't even true what I thought you did or what I thought you said. It wasn't even true. You know. But Cardi is stubborn. You know, she gives me the vibe. It's like she might have too much pride to apologize. It's like, you know, when you want to do something, but it's like your pride and ego is getting in the way, so you just don't. Okay. I'm going to get a couple more cards with what's the tea. And then we'll dive into the tarot in a minute. If this is making any sense to you guys, definitely leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys see fit. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family. We're going to go back to Nicki real quick with what's the tea and see what comes out in regards to how she feels when it comes to Cardi. Okay. Again, third party people, the team, the label is getting in Cardi's ear. Nicki feels like, you know, I'm hearing like we could have had it all is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's a song. We could have had it all. Not to say that she wanted, you know, to share any kind of accolades with Cardi B, but, you know, it's like we could have had a decent working relationship, or it didn't have to be this way is the vibe that I'm getting. Okay. But it's giving me like, once you turn Nicki off the wrong way, she's done with you for good, like forever, on some, you know, like, unless she finds it in her heart to forgive you, then okay. But if you rub her the wrong way again, like really bad, she's not going backwards. Let's see, why is this here? How does she feel when it comes to Cardi? Cock blocking? Oh wow. Okay, why is this here? I have drama starter that fell out as well. Dust it off. Drama starter. So again, it's like so you can feel like Cardi was the one who starts drama, or started the drama between them two. You have dust it off. Again, it's giving me very indifferent. Like Nicki feels very indifferent. It's like, you know, I deal with these industry devils. I've been dealing with them for 10, 15 years. Like, there's nothing that you, Cardi, could say or do that's going to make me go away or make me change my mind, you know? She's like, I've dealt with way worse than you. Okay, then I have cock blocking here. Interesting. I don't know why that's here. Cock blocking. You know, that's kind of the energy of like getting in the way of something or somebody. Okay, maybe she feels like she kind of gets in the way of like where the female rap genre could be or where it can go. Because if you think about it, after Nicki, there really weren't a whole lot of rap girls out there that were doing well. Maybe besides Iggy Azalea, but she minds her own business. You know, I'm not the biggest Iggy fan, but we can't lie. Okay, she writes for these girls even still to this day. Okay, she gets writing credits. She's literally like one of the highest selling female rappers ever, not just in America but in the world. Okay, Iggy is up there when it comes to numbers and sales. She doesn't really do music like that too much anymore these days, but you know, when Cardi, I'm sorry, before Cardi came around and it was really just kind of Nicki dominating, it was Nicki and Iggy Azalea dominating, like with the numbers at least, okay? But I say that to say Cardi kind of like opened the door and basically, I don't want to say made it easier for rap girls to get in the game, but it's kind of opening a door for a different type of female rap, a different type of like uh it's just very watered down is what I'm hearing. It's just very watered down, you know? And it's like maybe she feels like you have created this, I'm hearing the word cesspool of music, this cesspool of women that are in the industry now that you know that's like very pop tart, hot pocket, microwavable, and Nicki feels like Cardi is the reason for that, or you know, basically like the spearhead of watered down rap music, at least when it comes to women and females. Okay, I really hope that makes sense. Why is this here? Let me get one more, please. Moves in silence and reflecting. I have rejected here at the bottom. Running. Yeah, it's like she doesn't want to be bothered with her. It's like she just completely cool off of her. It seems like rejected and running, like running away from a situation. Reflecting. Interesting. And you have moves in silence here. Okay, that gives me somebody who may be like a little secretive. They don't really tell anybody what they're doing. Can I get one more, please? Why is this move in silence here? Why is this here? What is this? Hustling, but it's in the reverse. Okay, it says making it rain, focused on money, getting to it. Bankrupt. It's interesting. Okay. If I'm not getting something clearly, guys, and I'm not going to just say it, or not just say anything, okay, I want to wait till the message comes to a little more clearly. But this moves in silence and hustling. Again, it's like you were kind of just, like I'm seeing a stork, like those birds that carry babies in baskets. I'm literally seeing a stork fly in the sky and then just drop off a baby like in a basket. Like you were just dropped it here. Like you were put here. Like you didn't hustle to get here. You were put here. Again, that's just Nicki's perspective, okay? It's like you came out of nowhere is what I'm hearing. I don't think Cardi really came out of nowhere though. You know, she had her own little fan base, you know, the Love and Hip Hop thing. She put out like 2 mixtapes, that Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 1 and 2. So I think Cardi did like a small tour circuit before she got commercial. So, you know, people genuinely really did like her, but it was more for like her personality. And again, she came from like reality TV and the whole Instagram socialite thing. So I just feel like Nicki feels like it's just very not, it's just unauthentic. It's not genuine. You know, it's again moving in silence. Like you came here and it's out of nowhere. You know? Maybe she feel like she's hustling the people. Like when you hustle the people or you're hustling somebody, it's like you're trying to get over on them or get them for their money and not deliver. Interesting. Okay, why is this here? I'm going to go to Cardi's side really quick as well and use the same deck. So this is going to be Cardi and how she feels when it comes to Nicki. How does Cardi when it comes to Nicki Minaj, please. What's this? Too busy winning. Haha. Okay, so she can, at least she can acknowledge that, you know, Nicki is still winning or on top of her game. Again, this is how she feels about Nicki. So if she's feeling like this about Nicki, it's like, just like everybody else in the world, you're witnessing and seeing her do very well. You know, she just got off of a record-breaking tour. Okay, so too busy winning. You got somebody placing trophies and whatnot. So at least she could be honest and acknowledge that, you know. And it's giving like, okay, Cardi can feel like Nicki is too busy doing what she needs to do and working on shit to be worried about her. So just like I said before, it's like Nicki is giving very like indifferent, like I'm over that, like I don't want anything to do with it. Cardi's like acknowledging that too. It's like she's got too much going on, or she's too busy to even be worried about me or to pay me any mind, you know? Love on the brain at the bottom. Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and nostalgic. Oh, wow. This is dirty offer and hooked. This is giving me like somebody who gets kind of like stuck on scrolling up and down their page. Love on the brain. This is giving me like somebody who's like not obsessed with you, but like they think about you a lot, or they're really into what you do, or they're really into how you look. Hooked. It's like when you hook somebody in, keep them stuck or something. So if she feels this way about her, it's like, damn. That's what I was saying. It's like, do you like watch her or her platform or something? Cardi definitely gives me the vibe she has multiple accounts. She doesn't just have her one account, whether that be Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, okay? Like burner pages and stuff. Ego, okay. Ooh, and threatening? Oh my gosh. She could feel a little threatened by Nicki or something. Intimidating, threatened, bothered. Wow, rejected, no facts. Interesting. And then you have ego here. Okay, so Cardi could feel like maybe Nicki allows her ego to get in the way. I said that a little bit earlier, kind of similar. I was like, you know, Nicki doesn't wish bad on these girls, but it's like, you know, sometimes she can be a little mean or a little cold, and it's like not bitter or jealous. It's not that. It's more of like, you know, I've dealt with a lot with these industry devils, and I'm not trying to put myself out there on a ledge for you when, you know, you could be corrupted by said industry devils, you know? So she could be viewing Nicki as someone who let her ego get in the way. It says her ego getting in the way of the relationship. When in reality, Nicki is just not, she doesn't want to be bothered. Like, it kind of gives me the same energy from like JT and Nicki Minaj. It's like they want to be in their own lane. Like they don't want to be friends with these rap girls unless it's genuine and it's real. They're not trying to be buddy with them. Okay, JT is the same way. I got that in the reading with JT and Glorilla. It's like, just because I'm not friendly or buddy with you doesn't mean we have a problem, you know? But in this case, Cardi just feels like, you know, Nicki may let her ego get in the way, but she does feel a little threatened by Nicki Minaj, okay? If you feel this way about somebody else, that's because you feel threatened by them, okay? How do you feel when it comes to Nicki, please? Moving on. Okay, again, that's what I just said. Like, Nicki's not worried about you at all, or she's not worried about the whole back and forth online stuff. It says, thank you, next. Okay, Cardi could want to do the same thing, move on, thank you, next. It's like, I just don't want to deal with it. Or I'm hearing like the Stan Wars again. It seems like Cardi has more of a problem with the fans than she actually does with Nicki herself. Does that make sense, guys? Hey, why is this here? Oops. I think that's a lot of, I'm hearing misplaced anger. It's like Cardi gets on these rants and whatnot. She's going through a lot. She just had a baby. She's going through a divorce with off cheat, you know. These other rap girls are kind of surpassing her, when she's been around longer than them, right? The Glorillas, the Megan, the Stallions, Lottos, you know what I'm saying? All the Ice Spice, like all these bitches that put out albums or go on tours, and it's like you're still in the same place. So I think not just by Nicki, but she feels threatened by just in general. It's like people are moving on with or without her, essentially, is what I'm getting here. Okay, why is this here? How's she feel in regards to Nicki? Is this broke ass? Wow, okay. Fake flexing? It says acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, and shows off. Wow, okay. She could feel like maybe Nicki is not as rich or have as much money as she may portray, okay, or that she may make it seem like. I mean, telling from that tour production, I mean, Nicki paid for all that out of her pocket, I believe. I don't think the label necessarily financially supported the tour. Does that make sense? That's a nice ass tour production she had for the Gag City tour, okay? It's not giving broke, but I just think again, Cardi has a lot of like misplaced anger. You know? And you have this screenshot card. Okay, again, it's another card of saying giving evidence, proof, or facts, but it came out in the reverse. So it's like, and the screen is completely blank. You said there's nothing, no words, no Google search. So it's like, okay, you're saying she's broke, but it's like, where's the proof? Where's the evidence of that? Like, she may not have any proof or evidence. You know what I mean? It's just how she feels. Okay. Or that could even just be her energy too. Maybe she's threatened because, yeah, maybe Cardi is threatened because of her financial situation as well here. Again, I'm not saying she's broke. Okay, rich people broke is different than your average Tom and Harry broke, okay? But yeah, maybe Cardi's financial situation is not the best, along with her music career not doing the greatest. Maybe that's why she feels threatened as well, allegedly. Okay, but we're going to hop into the tarot. We'll use one tarot deck for Nicki, then we'll switch decks and hop over to Cardi afterwards, all right? Hey, Nicki, how do you feel when it comes to Cardi B, please? How do you feel when it comes to Cardi B? What is your perspective when it comes to Cardi B? Oh, wow. Interesting. I'm seeing something here about betrayal. Wow. Okay. The Empress. 7 of Swords. Then I have the 10 of Swords. It's a very interesting combination, okay, for the first few cards to fly out. Again, this is how she feels in regards to Cardi B, or her perspective. So, first of all, I will say this. I think that this is Nicki acknowledging, again, like I mentioned before, them having an issue with each other from way back because Cardi thought Nicki liked something about Cardi being a mother or something about her daughter. That's not true, okay? With the 7 of Swords, like, that wasn't true. It was a lie. Nicki feels like maybe she was deceived or told that information, again, by, like, third-party people. People maybe higher up with the Empress card. In this case, with these industry readings, Emperor or the Empress would be somebody in charge, right? The higher-ups, the powers that be. Also, the Hierophant, the powers that be. Okay, the people that cut the checks, the people that you answer to, essentially, right? And we know Cardi is a mother. So it's like, you know, that they lied to you. Like, they didn't tell you the truth. Like, I wasn't talking about you as a mother. I wasn't talking about your kids. None of that. Okay, then you have the 10 of Swords here. It's like backstabbing, betrayal, or just a very, very final ending to a situation here. Final nail in the coffin. You know, it's like, again, she's just completely just done with it. She's over it. You know, it's giving like Nicki doesn't want anything to do with her, like, ever again. And again, Nicki was very vocal on her Queen Radio show about not liking or appreciating how Cardi has spoken about, you know, people of color, black women. So there's kind of a lot of things that Cardi has said. You know, I guess swords have to do with your thoughts and communication. It's like, you said this, you said that, you've done this, you've done this. So it's like, you keep adding reasons why I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? And the 7 of Swords is like, again, someone who is deceiving or very sneaky, very underhanded. Oh, you know what I'm getting here? I just got a download, okay? Because the Seven of Swords can also talk about strategizing and planning, okay? Say for example, you're planning a surprise party. It may come up as the Seven of Swords because you're not telling the person about the surprise party, right? But in the same breath, it's just organization, planning things out, being very strategic. And again, the Empress is, again, the higher up, people that are large and in charge, or you are at the top of your profession. Maybe Nicki feels like it was some type of strategic, orchestrated plot here, allegedly, to end her or take her out of here. Not like physically, but again, with the blackballing from the industry, cutting her music off a radio play, and I'm from New York, so I remember that. Like the whole hiatus with Nicki and the radio DJs talking bad about her all of a sudden. I was like, I've never really been like the biggest Nicki fan for real, especially growing up, but I was like, damn, like what happened? Like now they don't like Nicki all of a sudden, So it was definitely kind of weird, it was weird, but I could see why Nicki would feel that way. And again, she's been dealing with these industry devils for a very long time. Oh, wow. And then you have the Two of Swords at the bottom. So it's like she feels as though Cardi didn't even realize it, didn't even see it for what it is. Okay? It's like you are being used strategically, okay? And again, you were like a stork with a baby in a basket. You were just plopped here when this wasn't your purpose. This wasn't even something that, you were meant to be doing, allegedly. Again, maybe in her opinion. And you don't even realize that this is not a blessing in disguise. Like you were being used to take me out of here, take me off my high horse, Okay, that's very straightforward. What else, Nicki? How else do you feel when it comes to Cardi, please? Oops. Oh, whoa. Too many cards. Okay, I'm gonna keep the 3 that I'm seeing because too many cards flipped over. Oh, I did see the 7 of Pentacles, like an investment. Okay, she feels like she's like Cardi was an investment or people invested into her. But it was like manipulated. Okay, 5 of Swords. This is like a harsh argument, very nasty word. She also doesn't like how Cardi talks at all. Okay, whether it be to other people or maybe again to her, if they've had some type of conversation privately, or maybe just Nicki has heard what Cardi has said about her behind the scenes. Okay, it's like the investment they made into you, it was manufactured, it was manipulated, and you're just nasty and mean is what I'm getting here. Okay, because this 5 of Swords, very harsh, nasty tone. Okay, verbal lashing, verbal abuse is what I'm hearing. Wow. Okay, but I've got the Queen of Cups, the Lovers, and the 6 of Swords here. Okay, Queen of Cups is usually like an empath, somebody who's like very emotional, or they're very open in their heart space. Someone who has a lot of love and care to give. They could also be like a psychic, someone who's very tapped in spiritually. 6 of Swords is like walking away from a rough, tumultuous situation and leaving something behind. It's like my refugee card, looking for safety. Okay, moving on to calmer shores. Yeah, it's almost as if Nicki feels like she's got bigger, better things to do. It's like she doesn't have time or energy or patience to deal with the nonsense, especially with like the back and forth Twitter stuff. It's like, I'm too grown for that. I'm too old for that. Granted, Nicki, she does have like this weird way of talking like in code that I cannot stand. I hate that. I hate having to try to figure out what it is you're talking about. But it's like an unspoken language, I guess, between her and the Barbs, Why is this Lover's card here, though? Because the Lover's card can talk about a choice, okay, making a decision, or being a kind of, this is giving me right place, right time, something that was brought together by the divine, okay? Why is this here with the Queen of Cups? Two of Swords again, okay. And the Queen of Swords. So this is Cardi showing up. And the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Again, it's giving like misplaced anger. It's like, I'm not the person you need to be mad at, Cardi. Like, you're not even seeing things for how they really are. Two of Swords can talk about being in denial, blockage as well. So I mentioned that earlier, you know, Nicki definitely blocked her like on social media from being able to see her post or whatever. But Cardi is she's got burner accounts. I keep picking up. Knight of Swords. Again, it's like misplaced anger. She gives you her someone who gets really mean, really nasty. Knight of Swords is like rushing in to communicate, or just someone who ready to argue, ready to fight. Like they'll pop off on you. I'm hearing pop off. Okay. There's a lot of swords here. I know Cardi's a Libra, and I know Nicki is like an Aquarius rising. There's a lot of air energy here. It's like she's viewing Cardi as someone who doesn't see the truth for what it is with this Queen of Swords. Okay? Or it's like she's very quick to just jump off of what she heard versus what she's actually seeing with her own eyes. Does that make sense? It's like she's ready to pop off based off what she heard through the grapevine versus going to look for herself or ask herself. Okay, Cardi. And then a Lover's card is a choice. Two of Swords is like being in a stalemate, not making a choice or not making a move. And I have the Three of Pentacles here as well. So it's like, you know, you chose to work with certain people or the people behind you, your network here. It's like they're keeping you blind, or maybe at one point they were back in the past, you know. Just blind and oblivious to what the strategy or the plot really is. It's like she feels as though Cardi was being used. And Cardi is just looking at it as like, oh my God, I made it in the industry. I did this, I did that, all my accomplishments, blah, blah, blah. Whereas Nicki is viewing it from a different standpoint of like, it was manufactured and it's like, you know, you think it's a blessing for you, but they're just using you to take me off the throne. Okay, interesting. I may hop back over to her in a minute, though. I might. Yeah, and then Three of Swords. It's like if Cardi knew that or realized things for what they really were, Nicki feels like it would hurt her feelings. It would hurt Cardi. It would really be a heartbreak to her. You know, yeah, Five of Cups. It's like she knows it would be like a heartbreak or something that would really disappoint her to know that it's not genuine. Wow, that's nice, kind of sad. Okay, I'm gonna use another deck really quick. Let's see. This is making any sense to you guys? Definitely leave a like on the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you know. All right. I'm gonna hop over to Cardi with a different deck and see what comes out for her. How does Cardi feel when it comes to Nicki? Thank you. Oops. How does Cardi feel when it comes to Nicki? Okay, Nine of Cups. I have the Hangman. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Nice. What is this? And the Eight of Swords. Wow. Okay. So first of all, the Hangman is like feeling stuck or needing to let go of a situation. Eight of Swords is like feeling trapped, overthinking, stuck in your head, stuck in your mind, overthinking, overanalyzing. Okay. Woe is me, victimization, victim mentality. Okay, but in Cardi's perspective, it's like, no, like, I deserve this. Like, I didn't just get here because I was put here. Like, I worked hard to get here. Nine of Cups is being very accomplished, being very awarded. Someone who's very happy, very satisfied. This is how she feels when it comes to Nicki, though. Okay, now, what Cardi said about quote-unquote bitches being old and washed, I really genuinely feel like she thinks that about Nicki. I do. It's almost as if like she's convinced herself that that's true. Does that make sense? And the Hangman, that's like also a new perspective. Okay, that makes sense. It's like Cardi wants her to embrace her again. Cardi wants Nicki to embrace her or like change her perspective on her. You know, I'm not saying like Cardi's ever going to beg or cry for her attention. No. But it's almost as if maybe her wish fulfillment with this Nine of Cups would be for Nicki to change her perspective or change her mind about her. You know, with this Eight of Swords, it's like she knows that Nicki doesn't really have the best feelings when it comes to her. And it's almost as if she wishes that she would let it go. You know, or again, view Cardi in a different light here or something. But it's like she only feels this way about you because of the things you have done or the things you have said. It's not just because she woke up wanting to feel that way about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people just get up one day not wanting to like you for no reason if you didn't do something for them to feel that way. You know what I'm saying, guys? Why is this here? How she feel in regards to Nicki? Oops. What is this? Four of Swords. So yeah, it's like she doesn't talk to her. She knows that she literally, like, Three of Wands, the guy's back is completely turned. Four of Swords is literally like putting something to rest or cease in communication. Then you have the Seven of Wands. Again, another blockage, another blocking energy. I feel like the only reason why Cardi blocked Nicki is because Nicki blocked her first with the Seven of Wands. Okay? Very defensive as well. Blockage, again, it's maybe standing up for yourself, defending yourself. Three of Wands, like looking toward the future. Okay, she knows that Nicki's got a lot of different opportunities as far as, you know, over the years and coming up in the future. Okay, but it's like, you know, turning your back on the situation. You know, this is Cardi acknowledging that, like, Nicki doesn't really want anything to do with me. She's blocked me. She doesn't want to ever talk to me. She's not going to ever acknowledge me. It's the vibe that I'm getting here. With this Nine of Cups, again, it's also viewing Nicki as someone who's very well rewarded, very well respected, okay, very well liked as well. So at least she can acknowledge that. She's honest about that. She's not, you know, like a hater. But in the same breath, it kind of does give hater, because it's like you have to, you won't apologize to her, or you have convinced yourself that she is quote unquote old and washed, you know, after all this time. Or maybe you've allowed, again, that third party energy I was picking up, the network, the label, maybe even the fans have like brainwashed her into actually believing that Nicki is quote unquote old and washed, you know? When you have this Nine of Cups, it's like the stats, the tours, the merch, the love in real life doesn't equate to old and washed. You know what I'm saying? It's like the math is not mathing with that logic, Cardi. Okay? Anyway, yeah, and it does seem like maybe she wishes that Nicki would like let it go or not be so defensive when it comes to Cardi B. You know, I'm not saying like she's looking to be buddy best friends with Nicki. No, but she would rather be on her good side versus in this weird limbo stuck position that they're in right now. You know what I mean? Like it's not going left, it's not going right, it's just very stagnant, it seems like. Okay, why is this here with her feelings when it comes to Nicki, please? What is this? The Hermit. Yeah, like somebody who stays to themselves. They don't have patience or energy to be dealing with everybody else. Okay, the Hermit card, Virgo energy. Isn't Nicki like a Virgo moon? I don't know, but I think she's a Virgo moon, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, the Hermit card is also someone who's very intelligent, very wise. Okay, this could also be someone who's like a little ostracized from the public. We know Nicki was definitely ostracized as far as being blackballed from the industry. Again, no radio play, no promo, none of that. It was a very weird time around that Nicki Minaj Queen album. Okay. Yeah, the Hermit is like soul searching, finding your purpose. So it's interesting. It's like Nicki feels like Cardi is not in her purpose. Like this music game industry, entertainment industry, at least with the music and the rapping, that's not your purpose. You're misplaced. But with the Hermit card, this is somebody who maybe goes into seclusion or solitude to find their purpose. She knows that Nicki is in her purpose. Okay. Again, that's like another energy of like going ghosts, you know, not talking to people. So it's almost like Cardi feels like Nicki just really stays to herself for real. Like herself, her man, and the barbs. You know? It's like not giving me attention is what I'm hearing. Why is this here? How she feels about Nicki, please. Very wise, you know, the Hermit has been around for a long time. Very wise, very intellectual, okay? So she's viewing Nicki as someone who's very smart, very wise, at least when it comes to the industry, you know. Two of Pentacles here, and then I have the Page of Swords. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm telling you, this Two of Pentacles is like juggling. This is giving me hopping between one account and another, one account and another. Page of Swords is like watching, keeping tabs. Also delayed communication. Okay. So it's like maybe if they ever did talk, it was very short. You know, Nicki was very short with her if they did talk, okay? And again, I can't help but feel like maybe Nicki tried to like give her some gems, okay? Because the Page of Swords is someone who likes to learn or has information to share, okay? Very curious energy, someone who likes to study or likes to read. And I was just saying that earlier, it could, like, Nicki really tries to give some gems to these girls when they get started, when they get in, or if they try to reach out to her and work with her. She may have really tried to give her some gems of the game or keys to the game. You know, Page of Swords is like a student. So technically Cardi would have been the student to Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? Technically, if you want to look at it like that. But it's like it just didn't work out that way because whoever Cardi treated her and just some of her behavior has totally turned Nicki off, you know? And again, it's giving me like maybe she studies Nicki, hopping from one account to the next, one account to the next, watching, keeping tabs, looking at what she's doing. Wow, okay. Why is this here? Judgment, Justice card, and the King of Cups. Wow, okay. Justice card is like honesty, integrity, morality, truth, balance. So yeah, so it's like she wants balance in a situation. She wants to balance this situation out. Judgment, reconciliation, and forgiveness. So again, I got that apology card for Cardi earlier. Yeah, it's like she may want to try to work together with her again. But again, the industry, the people in power, the Hierophant here, again, the powers that be, the people behind the scenes that you won't really see. It's like they had influence over this. So Cardi could want to really reconcile with her and heal something here with her. Again, bring balance to a situation, but Nicki's over it. And it's like the industry devils got in Cardi's ear. Barty gang got in Cardi's head. And it's kind of been left field ever since. You know, in this King of Cups, it's like you have a lot of love and admiration for something or somebody, but the King of Cups is not going to show it. They're not going to say anything, or they're going to be very poker face about it. You know, so it's like I watch you, I like to keep tabs on you, I listen to your music, but I'm never going to say that. I'm not going to post that online. I'm not going to let Barty gang know that, you know? Okay, like secret fan here or something like that. But the Judgment card, talk about reconciliation, forgiveness, literally, second chances, or again, your purpose, you know? Very interesting. I'm going to close this reading out in a second. I'm going to get maybe one or two more for Nicki, and then we'll close out. If you guys like this reading, definitely leave a like on the video. It's free. Let me know what you know. I love to interact with you guys, okay? What is this here for Nicki? How does she feel when it comes to Cardi, please? Oops. Yeah, the Hangman. It's like the situation is just kind of hanging in the balance, a little stuck, you know. But she's moved on and moved forward. Like, she's over it. Knight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. It's like, I'm moving on to the next thing. Okay, next, please, you know. Wow, Three of Swords came out anyway. And the Nine of Swords. Wow. Okay, this is how she feels when it comes to Cardi B or how she views Cardi. It's like someone who's really going through it right now. I will say Nicki is empathetic to Cardi's situation. Maybe not her personality wise or how she talks to her fans and stuff, but being that Nicki's a mother and a wife, Cardi is a mother and a wife. So just from like a humane aspect, I do feel like Nicki can acknowledge that, okay, this girl is going through a lot. She's got a lot of stress on her plate. You know, I don't feel sorry or feel bad for you. But at the same time, it's kind of, I'm hearing karma. Maybe she feels like this is her karma. Wow, Five of Cups. It's like someone who's really sad, really depressed, really stressed out, heartbroken, at a loss. You know, but look, Six of Pentacles. It's like this is the energy you give out, this is what you get back. So it's kind of giving me more, Nicki's viewing it in the energy of karma. You know? And again, coming from like a mother's perspective and a wife's perspective, she feels in a way for her. But at the same time, it's like you've done and said way too much that I'm not okay with, that I don't stand for, that I could never be cool with you again. Like, it's just over and done with. Okay? Someone who's just very depressed, very upset, very sad, very hurt about maybe their own personal situation, if not just their career in general right now. Okay? This is how she's viewing Cardi. Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords. It's not good. You know? Yeah. But I think I'm going to leave this reading here. This has been a little bit longer than I expected it to, but you guys always rock out with me, so I appreciate it. Every single time you guys hang out and check out the readings, for your likes, your shares, your subscribes. It means the world to me every single time. But I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you guys so much for checking me out and for being here. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, for all your kind words, your shares, your likes, everything. I can't thank y'all enough. Seriously, we are growing slowly but surely. If you guys have any other suggestions for deep dives, definitely feel free to let me know. I was thinking about looking into the energy around Kanye West and Taylor Swift and Beyonce, like taking like a flashback Friday to that whole VMA situation when Kanye jumped on the stage and took the mic from Taylor Swift. I kind of want to like look more into the energy around that as well. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I'm thinking about it, but I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.